My name is Ethan Johnson. I grew up in a small town in the Midwest. Turned 25 last month. On my birthday, I was let go from my job at the steel factory. I was orphaned at the age of 5, and people at the orphanage told me my parents wanted a better life for me. I have an older brother, and I was told he moved west. I figure I should find him. I feel there must be some purpose for me in this life. I don't really know what it is. I remember learning about Albert Einstein in grade school. He said he wants to know the thoughts of God. Everything else is just details. I don't remember much from school, but I always remember that. I too want to know the thoughts of God. I wish I had a family I could call my own. Sometimes I feel lonely. I've never been too close to anyone. People come and go in your life, and you never really get to know them. Kids are great. They don't have any worries. They just want to be loved and have fun. Someday I think I'd like to have a family of my own, but I don't think that will ever happen. I only have $5 in my pocket. I'm gonna need more than that to catch a bus west. I figure if I can get to the city, I can play some music on the streets and people will give me money. I don't know if it really works. I saw it in a movie once. I think people are generally good. I'm thankful there are good people to help me on my journey. I heard once that bad attracts bad and good attracts good. Well, I've mostly known good people. Hope that means I'm good. There was a kid at the orphanage named David, and he thought he was so smart. He said one day he was going to be an architect and build big buildings. It's all he could think about. It's all he talked about. He would say, look around you, look at man's inventions, cars, roads, buildings. Somebody had to think of that stuff. I wish I knew what I wanted in life like that kid David did. Maybe David built these buildings. I love playing my guitar. I taught myself how to play. I guess it's the one thing I think about. I'm not very good and I can't carry a tune, but I love to play anyway. I'm gonna try my very best, and heck, if people like it, they may even throw me a few dollars. Mrs. Bowers ran the orphanage. She was the closest thing I had to a grandma. When I got old enough, she told me my parents moved to the city. She said they passed away within a year of each other. People said it was cancer. Mrs. Bowers said she knew it was loneliness. I want to try and find their graves before I head west. I don't think much about death. I suppose it can sneak up on you at any time. It's hard to believe there are so many people buried here. So many lives, here and gone. I hope to pay my last respects to the two people that brought me into this world. Mrs. Bowers said she thought it was Crown Hill. I suppose these people lived a good life. I hope if there is a heaven, my parents are there. I'm not mad at them for leaving me at the orphanage. I turned out okay. They did a good job. I just hope they know I tried to find them. When I think about my life, where I've come from and where I'm going, I have many questions. Mostly why. Why am I here? And what am I supposed to do? If David at the orphanage was right, that you can look at modern creations and see what man thinks about, I figure if God created the universe the planets, the trees, the sky, and the sun, then this must be what God thinks about. And if God created everything, even man, then God must be thinking about all of us. God must be thinking about me. It's a lot to try and understand. I'm heading west to try and find my brother, and I'm going to try and find my purpose in life. I feel better knowing the thoughts of God. He is thinking about me.